happen in 2 games.
Lopez serves it long. Schmidt serving for Hawaii. Velasco, good dig by the Rainbows outside the aerial, however, and that'll be side out for Santa Barbara. Good dig by Presho.
The big question now, Jim, who will catch the momentum early in game 3? They call this the swing game. It's 1 game apiece. Who will concentrate? Who will focus? The Bones look tough right now.
Hanneman with the dink. Side out Rainbows. They lead 2-0 here in game 3. And you see Hanneman with that very quick shot. Not a great, I don't think that was a great set, but it just kind of floated over. The Rainbows couldn't believe it.
It was not a great set. It was not a great pass. It was not a great hit. Both were just flat-footed in the back row. Pressure, in my opinion, should have gotten to that ball that time. The ball was passed very poorly.
Velasco serving for Santa Barbara. Pressure from the 10-foot line off of Velasco and out.
Presho's finally worked his way into the positive column after a miserable start tonight. Started out with 6 errors. He now has 8 kills.
So Albert Hanneman serving. 2-0 Rainbows. Jump serve. Hanneman catches the tape side out for Santa Barbara. We are in game 3. This match tied at 1 game apiece. 15-3 Santa Barbara, 16-14 Hawaii. Amati serving for UCSB. It's the net, side out Hawaii. With the save, rather. Great save again by Olive. Hanneman to Stewart off the block. That will be returned. Rogers goes back court. Velasco. Good save by Olive. Hanneman down the middle. Allen. And a net violation on Reese. Point for the Rainbows. They lead 3-0.
And the Bows looking much smoother in transition that time, Jim. Notice all the hitters backed off and had a great approach for whatever set Albert Hanneman was going to give them. In game 1, nobody was ready.
Served by Olive. Rogers with a short set for Reese. He gets it back for Santa Barbara.
That was decisive. Carter Reese that time, a 6'5" sophomore middle blocker, whose hobbies are surfing and sleeping. Puts that one away.
Reese serves now for Santa Barbara. Hanneman short set for Schmidt.
Great matchup that time, Jim. The tallest Bow against the tallest Gaucho. 6'7" Schmidt from Long Beach City College goes up against the 6'10" Mao. And he drives it home.
3 serving nil here in game number 3. Velasco off the block. Got it off of Presho. They glare at each other through the netting. Side out Santa Barbara.
You get the feeling that the bubble is about to burst again, that emotions could run high at any moment with guys like Velasco on the court in a heated, very important battle here.
They pat a cake at the net. That's a lift on the Rainbows. A point for Santa Barbara. Rainbows argue a bit. Hanneman arguing and Presho.
As much as the fans might not like that call, it was actually the exact same call that Zabriskie called against Santa Barbara. So I like the consistency myself. It was very good consistency.
3-1 Rainbows. Allen. Matsui Allen getting it down that time for the Bows here. Side out for Hawaii. Presho to serve. Floater by Presho. Lopez bumps it to Rogers. Velasco blocked for Hanneman. That'll be returned. Velasco tries it again. This time gets it down. Side out Santa Barbara.
Amaury Velasco has something to say after every one of his kills. 19 times tonight he's said something across the net to the Bow players. And I think Mike Wilton's done a good job, though, of telling his players to turn around and walk the other way when the dialogue starts. I think it keeps the Bows more focused. Here we see the kill percentage for the two teams. Santa Barbara hitting way above their percentage, and Bows hitting below theirs. But as the match goes on, Bows are improving their percentage.
Another dink by Hanneman. Side out Hawaii. And so Brad Schmidt will serve now. Watch this dink by Hanneman.
He hasn't dumped the ball all night until this game, and all of a sudden now he's got two early here in game 3. Remember, he was a questionable starter tonight as well. He went down with an ankle injury in the San Diego State series and has rebounded well.
Amati. Side out Santa Barbara.
And for a guy who quit the team and then returned, Amati's having a pretty fair night.
Jason Mount serving. Hanneman will go to Presho from the 10-foot line. So Presho going airborne from the 10-foot line, and an excellent set that time by Hanneman. Masui Allen will serve. And that is good serve. Velasco, that'll be returned by the Rainbows. Hanneman looking, back set. Presho off the block and out. That's a point for the Bows. And they lead 4-1.
I love the way Hanneman looked off the block that time by pretending he was going to go to the outside. Left hitter instead, he backs it. He looks out to the outside, and then he goes back to Presho, catch the middle blocker off guard.
Rogers back sets for Velasco. That's blocked by Stewart. Good save by Lopez on the back line. Rogers again, this to Reese, and that's in. Side out for Santa Barbara. More of attrition here in game number 3. Rainbows have built a 3-point lead. Velasco with the floater just over the net. Stewart to Hanneman. Back to Stewart. And a great block.
But out of bounds.
But out, you're right. So Hanneman will serve for the Rainbows. Both of the Santa Barbara blockers are up, but the ball off of their hands, ricocheted out of bounds. Rogers back sets Reese, and he just hit that off of the Rainbow block that touched some of the fingertips. Side out for Santa Barbara.
Carter Reese, another player having a great night, probably a career night. 12 kills, only 1 error. He's hitting .550.
Reese serving. Buzzer goes off.
Possibly the wrong server. Remember, Santa Barbara earlier was confused as to what their lineup was. I believe they sent the wrong player back to serve now. This often happens, Jim, when you get a substitute setter in the game. Todd Rogers came into the game, remember, for Zebeli, and sometimes just having an addition of one player like that can throw things off. And the answer is yes, that is what happened. They put the wrong server back. They're out of rotation. They lose the ball. Bows get the side out.
4 serving 1. Jason Olive with the jump serve. That's long.
I'm not sure it's a good idea to serve a jump serve in that kind of case, Jim. I'd like to see Jason Olive just punch that one in, especially given the confusion on Santa Barbara's side of the net. Didn't take advantage of their confusion.
Reese now serving. Hanneman to Presho off the block. Velasco save, and a great hit by yourself. Still have it, big guy. Chris McLaughlin. Shot out for the Bows. Serving is Brad Stewart.
At this stage, Jim, I'm just protecting myself from oncoming players.
Jason Mounts. Side out for Santa Barbara. Still 4-1 here in game number 3.
It's interesting to note that the pace of the game has slowed down considerably. You notice the players are going to the floor more. They're asking for the towel more. They're wiping up the floor. Games 1 and 2, furious, frenetic pace. Now it's slowing down considerably, and it's going to be, I think, more of a...
Rogers serving. Allen bumps it to Hanneman. They go quickly to Schmidt. That'll be returned. Velasco. Blocked by Schmidt.
Brad Schmidt at 6'7" puts up a formidable block. Here we see him penetrating over and putting it on Velasco's side of the net. Velasco was talking even then. Even when he got stuffed, he was mumbling to the Bows.
Fresho serves it long. Still 4-1 Rainbows here in game number 3. Lopez now will serve for Santa Barbara. They battle at the net. Amati goes cross court. Another block by Schmidt.
We just saw a significant blocking statistic there. Bows out blocking Santa Barbara 11-3. It's now 12-3 with that block by Schmidt. Blocks are one of the great ways to get quick points in volleyball, but it's a very difficult skill to master. Even though it looks like it's easy, just all you have to do is squat and go up over the 8-foot net. It's tougher than that to penetrate with your arms and hands over the net and pull them back without hitting the net. Remember, anytime you hit the net in volleyball, it's an automatic side out to the other team.
Brad Schmidt serving for the Rainbows. Rogers goes to Amati. That's blocked by Hanneman. Good save by Lopez. Rogers back to Amati. Blocked again by Hanneman. And that's a point for the Bows.
Kenny Preston looks up and says, "That's horrible." Now he's laughing. The crowd's on him. I thought it was a good call by Zabriskie. I think this ball goes into the net. Let's see, Jim. Can't tell. Yep, that hit the top of the cable. Did not touch the blockers.
Amati blocked again. Rainbows are ambushing UCSB at the net.
So Amati, after a great start tonight, he's really had a good night. He's going to take a little rest as Corey Hull comes in. Amati had almost a perfect night up until these last few plays. 14 kills, only 5 errors all night. And here comes Corey Hull. He is one of their spark plugs. He's the guy from Pacific Palisades High School, volleyball factory, who is supposed to fire up the team when he comes in. That's his main job. Let's see if he can do it to the Gauchos.
Brad Schmidt serving 6-1. Rogers back sets Velasco off the block and outside out Santa Barbara. Jason Mount will serve now for UCSB. Hanneman will go to Presho from the 10-foot line, long. That's a point for Santa Barbara. 2 serving 6. Masui Allen, that's long. That's wide.
The Bows right now with some foolish mistakes, Jim, with a 6-1 lead on Santa Barbara. They've given away literally the last 2 points. Santa Barbara has not had to earn them by digging or blocking. The Bow hitters have just simply hit the ball out.
Presho, that's blocked and down. Hall was up there along with Reese. So Masui Allen will serve now. 6 serving 3 here in game 3. This match tied at 1 game apiece. Rogers a rather flat serve. No problem for Reese as he shotguns it to the floor. Side out Santa Barbara.
Carter Reese does such a smart job with the volleyball when he gets it. Rarely makes an error.
Hanneman to Olive. Olive gets it down in front of Velasco. Side out Rainbows.
Olive's only had 9 sets tonight. I think it would behoove Albert Hanneman to feed him if he starts getting hot. He's only got 4 kills and 3 errors. He's only been set 9 times. Part of that is because Albert has not had the passes to set the middle attack like that. But I think, Olive is a very good hitter, and I think needs to be set more than 9 times at this point.
And the Gauchos know they cannot rest. They cannot put it on cruise for the rest of this match because of what happened in game number 2. Velasco, that's off of Allen and into the crowd. Side out Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara led 12-5, 13-6 in game 2, and they lost it 16-14. Gauchos had great success in the first game, 15-3. That's long. Long by Hall. And you wonder if that really kind of psychs out your team to have just an easy game in the first game, whether you ever get back that proficiency.
That's a good question. I think it's very definitely affected these guys.
Olive gets it across advantage. Santa Barbara. Rogers to Reese. Side out Santa Barbara.
Well, they are now regaining that proficiency as the Bows are letting them back into the game. Santa Barbara playing very well these last 4 or 5 side outs. Mike Wilton surrounded by Adam Lockwood and Tino Reyes. Done a masterful job of getting the Bows to the point where they are now, ranked 4th in the country. Coming also ran to a 4th. Quite a job.
Smith saves, Stewart saves, little touch at the net by Lopez. Let's say Lopez was called for being over the net. Hector can't believe it.
It's a judgment call as to whether or not the ball had broken the plane directly above the line of the net. John Zabriskie said no. Hector Lopez said yes.
Hector tries to get it back. That's blocked. Rainbow's now with the advantage. Hanneman goes cross court. Crenshaw, 2 hits on Hanneman. Side out. Santa Barbara.
Another missed opportunity for the Bows there, Jim.
Rogers serving 3, serving 6 here in game number 3. A game of attrition. Brad Schmidt, that's long. That's a point for Santa Barbara. And it is now 6-4 Rainbow. That lead shrinking, disappearing. Rogers serves. Hanneman back sets. Pressure. Gets the side back for Hawaii.
Mark Prussia, who one day has dreams of being on the Olympic team, shows how he can possibly do it with spikes like that.
Prussia serves just over the tee. Good pancake dig, but the Rainbows cannot return it. Side out Santa Barbara.
Prussia with a marvelous serve that time, but Lopez with an incredible pass. I mean, people don't realize how hard that is to do. Lopez had to come all the way up to the net, pass a ball that was just dying, a dying quail at the net, pass it up perfectly.
Lopez serves. Hanneman will go to Brad Schmidt.
Schmidt, who's got 4 kills, but better yet, he's got 9, count them, 9 blocks. Big night for the big guy.
Velasco with that touch.
Well, Amaury Velasco is showing that he has more than just one speed. So far, we've seen the 100-mile-an-hour heater all night. There he shows he can tip the ball as well and hit it slow speed, catch the Bows off guard.
Velasco, Hull, and Reese now in the front row for Santa Barbara. Serving is Jason Mount. That's a whoop.
Oh, when Jason Olive gets up, he jumps better than 36 inches off the ground. He goes up way high here and goes over and down over Carter Reese.
Masui Allen serving. Lopez, bad pass, but they'll get it over. Advantage now, Rainbow. Let's see if they can take advantage. Brad Stewart, that is long. Side out Santa Barbara.
Oh, missed opportunity by the Bows there, Jim. Missed opportunity. That's where the transition game, when you get one-on-one spikes like that, it's got to stay in. Brad Stewart saying, my fault. Masui Allen saying, right back, Brad, don't feel bad. I guarantee you Brad didn't hit that out on purpose, but certainly got to bear down a little bit more when you're swinging for a point.
Velasco serves. Stewart will bump it to Hanneman. Jason Olive blocked that time. Hanneman to Stewart, and that goes cross court and long, and that is a point for Santa Barbara.
Well, I'd call timeout here right now and give the team 7. I would not let Santa Barbara catch up and tie the game. I think it's important to call your first timeout before the other team catches up.
5 serving 6. Velasco with another floater across the net. Stewart will bump it to Hanneman. Pressure. That is long, and we are tied at 6. So Santa Barbara has come back from a 6-1 deficit here in game number 3. That served wide. Served by Hanneman. Lopez. Rogers short. Good double block that time by the Bows. They go to Hull at the net. They play patty cake. Still playing. Finally goes out. And that will be side out for the Rainbow. 7-6. Santa Barbara. Hanneman serving for the Rainbow men.
Tough serve by Hanneman puts the Gauchos in trouble, but Rogers goes up. The freshman center from Santa Barbara goes up and battles pressure off the net and wins it.
Hull serving 7, serving 6. Santa Barbara leading now here in game number 3. Pressure. Velasco, but his kick goes out. Side out for the Rainbows, and Jason Olive will serve 6 serving 7. Good dig by Allen. Stewart. Did that hit someone? No, it was long. And that is side out for the Gauchos. So the great dig by Allen off that real smash by Reitz goes for naught.
It's the second swing in a row that Brad had a chance. I believe it's 6 serving 7. I think the Bows are up 1 on Hull's hitting
You're
the
right.
net.
You're right. Pressure off the block and out. Side out Rainbows. You're right. I was confused. Rainbows lead 7-6. Not the Gauchos. Rainbows lead 7-6.
Bows have missed 3 opportunities in transition for easy points. They really should be up 10-6 right now. But not to be. Santa Barbara battling very hard. They know this game is important. They know this match and series are important.
Velasco. Good dig by Stewart. Hanneman goes to Presho, and that is in. 8-6 Hawaii. I apologize. I was upside down there. Rogers, good dig by Olive. Jason Mount and Presho battle. We'll do it again.
Good call by John Zabriskie. The ball came to rest above the top of the net. A player on each team making the ball come to rest. Oh, tough serve. Hull had all kinds of trouble with it.
Hanneman for Presho off the block. That's a point. 9-6 Hawaii. Timeout Santa Barbara. Rogers for Reese off the block. That's side out Santa Barbara.
And once again, Hector Lopez finding a way to get around the Bow block. Didn't hit the ball hard, but knows how to tool the block.
Rogers serving. Hanneman will go to Masui Allen. Allen gets it down in front of Reese. Side out Rainbows, and Mark Presho will serve.
Well, we haven't heard much from Masui Allen, the Castle High School product, who went on to play at Orange Coast College as a return to be a star for the Bows. 15th kill, only 5 errors. Masui has become a legitimate Division I volleyball player.
Fresho serving for the Bows. Rogers, short set. That's blocked by Schmidt. Velasco, that's blocked. That'll be returned. Schmidt setting Masui Allen.
How about that? The biggest guy on the court, Brad Schmidt, setting the smallest guy on the court. Here's the Mutton Jeff of Hawaii volleyball right there. Masui Allen standing jump puts it down. No approach.
It is 10-6 Hawaii here in game number 3. Rogers will go to Velasco. That's off the block. Olive to Hanneman down the middle. Stewart, but he puts it into the net. That's 4 hits on the Rainbows, and that will be side out for Santa Barbara.
You know, Brad Stewart hit the last 2 balls long. I think he was trying to overcompensate there and make sure he kept it in, but he overcompensated a little bit too much.
Rainbows lead by 4. Hector Lopez now serving for the Gauchos. Lopez just over the net. Fresho, Hanneman comes over by us, and Masui Allen pumps it long. That's a point for Santa Barbara. 7 serving 10. Lopez, the Spanish Olympian. Jump serve, Lopez. Left-handed jump serve died in front of Brad Stewart. And it is 8 serving 10. Here you see this just over the net and down in front of Stewart. The Rainbows now have called a timeout. They lead 10-8 here in game 3. Match tied, 1 game apiece.
When it comes to families, one size doesn't fit all. That's why your minivan specialist has so many choices of caravans at the Dodge Minivan Store. From the luxurious all-wheel drive Grand Caravan to an economical caravan starting at just over $14,700. One size doesn't fit all, but there's one caravan to fit you, fit your budget, and the minivan specialist has it.
Your Hawaii Dodge dealer has the right size minivan for you at the right price.
GECC. Financial services that bring good things to life for Hawaii's businesses, builders, investors, and homeowners. We're a unit of GE Capital. Remember our name.
GECC, we bring good things to living. We bring good things to life.
Gas Express means value that starts at the pump and just keeps going. Competitive prices, gallonage plus for added value. Name brand car care products. Super special bargains. Gas Express value for Hawaii's drivers. Value you can count on 24 hours a day.
This is the evolution of the league in our Budweiser fact tonight. The evolution of what this league has become. This year it's the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation. Before that it was the Western Intercollegiate Volleyball Association, the California Intercollegiate Volleyball Association, and the Southern California Intercollegiate Volleyball Association.
Jim, I got a question for you. We used to call it Skiva, then it was called Kiva.
That's out. And that's side out for the Rainbows. Excellent decision by Jason Olive that time to let that ball hit the floor.
We've got a high GPA up front there. Olive with a 3.6, Hanneman with a 3.65. 2 of our better academic athletes up there.
Great block. Great block by Masui Allen. He took the force of Velasco, and Velasco doesn't dare look through the net as he walks away. He was roofed.
Brad Schmidt will get probably a 1 rotation rest here, and he'll be right back in the game. Sean Scott's going to come in and just give him a quick breather, I think, Jim, just for the serve.
John Scott serving, 11 serving 8, and Scott hits the tape. More changes. Right back into the game goes Brad Schmidt. Into the game for Santa Barbara goes Craig Bucola.
You know, Jim, a lot of people have asked, why do the men not have as many substitutions? They see in the women's season there's 12 substitutions per game. A player can go in and out 3 times, so back row specialists become very important, and front row specialists become very important. In men's volleyball, 6 total subs only for the game. You go in and out once.
Hanneman goes to Prussia off the top of the tape and then off the block. Shot by Bukola. Side out Rainbows here in game number 3. 15-3 UCSB, 16-14 Hawaii. And now 11-8 here in game 3. The Rainbows leading, and Masui Allen will serve for the Rainbow men. Rogers will go to Hull. That's blocked. Hanneman up there with Olive. 12-8 Rainbows.
Bows on a roll now. You know, Santa Barbara won the first game against Pepperdine the other night, ended up losing in 4. Maybe that'll happen tonight here with the Bows.
Santa Barbara calls a timeout. Rainbows up by 4 in game. And we are tied at 1 game apiece. There you see Albert Hanneman. Albert Hanneman with 52 assists in this match. Masui Allen serving for the Rainbows. It is a good serve. Hull really ripped it.
He's that feisty, fiery competitor that Ken Preston says can light up a team. And that spike looked like it could light anybody up. That was a major drill shot.
Velasco jump serve. Pressure to Hanneman to Stewart. Stewart roofed. Hull was there. And it is 12-9. So the Gauchos want to make a run at the Rainbow lead here in game number 3. Jump serve again by Velasco. This time he babies it. Pressure down the middle. That's all. Side out Rainbow. And off of Bukola. Excellent effort by Velasco.
Now, Velasco carries such a load, Jim. When he hit that last jump serve, it was very soft. It was an easy pass for Brad Stewart. And here's what resulted in the end was Velasco chasing down a ball that Prescio hit off the middle blocker. I'll tell you, he's carrying such a load. He's really working hard.
But does he love to play this game?
Oh, he does.
Excellent serve by Hanneman. Velasco, yes. Side out. Santa Barbara.
Mark Prescio mad at himself that time for not taking the angle away from Velasco. Here he comes flying out of the back row. Great single shot there. Prescio drifting to the outside. You see Mark Prescio drift to the outside. Velasco found the hole in the block.
Jason Olive off of Velasco. And Velasco wears it on his face. I mean, he doesn't hide anything.
I'll tell you, he had a great read that time. He was right there ready to dig that last ball. He seems to be in every play.
Jason Olive, another excellent serve. That's off the block and outside out Santa Barbara. Game number 3. 12 for the Rainbows, 9 for Santa Barbara.
And Carter Reese out of Corona Del Mar has just quietly worked his way to a 538 game so far. Now that's phenomenal. 15 kills, only 1 error. Carter Reese doing it all in the middle for the Gauchos.
Reese serving for Santa Barbara. Schmidt bumps it to Hanneman. Hanneman will get it across the advantage now, Santa Barbara. But they miss hit. Rainbows have to scramble. They get it across. Stewart. Rogers back sets. Hector low point for Santa Barbara. And it is now 12-10 Hawaii in game number 3. Well, the Rainbows came back on the Gauchos in game 2. The Gauchos trying to repay the favor here in game 3.
If I were Mike Wilton, I'd call a timeout before the Gauchos caught up. At 11-12, if they get that far, I think it's the time to call a timeout. The Bows have been scrambling. The crowd is trying to get back into this game. I think it's very important for the Bows to stay in the lead.
Reese serving. Hanneman goes to Stewart. That is out off the block, or off the dig, I should say. Side out Rainbows, and Brad Stewart will serve for Hawaii, and Hawaii leading 12-10.
Well, the former Hawaii Basketball Player of the Year showed how he could sky himself that time and got a very important side out for the Bows.
Rainbows with the advantage here. Pressure! Wait a minute, whistle blows.
Net violation, Bows, I believe. Either Masui Allen or Brad Schmidt. One of the two that time got into the net. Unfortunately, the Bows had a great dig in the back row.
Oh, they did. They did. Now the advantage goes over to Santa Barbara. That serve is long by Rogers. And so Hawaii takes it right back with the side out. Precho to serve. 12-10. Crucial moments here in game number 3.
Oh, Prussia with a great deep serve. Lopez had trouble with it. Santa Barbara in trouble, except guess who bails them out?
Velasco.
Again.
Clock was up in Brad Schmidt. Side out Santa Barbara. Hector Lopez with the jump serve. Hanneman will go to Masui Allen. Off the block. He went off of Mount.
You know, Jim, one of the things the Bulls have been doing well this year is playing well from 10 on. In the games at 10 all or 11 all, they've played well those last 4 or 5 points.
Brad Schmidt serving. Rogers sets. Oh, block. Hanneman. That's a point for the Rainbows. It is 13-10.
The motion riding high right now. Albert Hanneman, the senior setter, the transfer from UCLA, would love nothing more than to beat the Santa Barbara team and take another step toward reaching the regionals. The Bows again want to just at least make the regional playoffs and hopefully, obviously, go to the Final Four if possible. But who would have thought they would have even have that kind of a goal in mind at the beginning of this year?
Hull goes out. Amati back in the game now for Santa Barbara. 13-10. Schmidt again serving. Bad pass. Amati from the 10-foot line. Good dig in the back row by Schmidt. Hanneman sets. Stewart gets it off the tape. And it's side out for Santa Barbara.
Bows had an excellent chance to score in transition again. They looked like game 1 there, Jim. They reverted back to their old ways with everybody looking at everybody else. Nobody taking charge there.
Jason Mount now serving for the Gauchos. Hanneman setting Prussia. Off of Lopez. Now advantage Santa Barbara. Back set for Velasco. Gets it across. And that's a point for Santa Barbara. Velasco has so many variations to him. I mean, he has the shotgun serve, the real Wumpa shot. And that time he just took something off. That confused the Rainbow back row. 11 serving 13. High drama moments here in game number 3. Rainbows need it back. They get it back. Jason Olive.
You know, Jim, I'm really impressed with Jason Mount serving. He scored for almost every time he's gone back to serve at 6'10". He stands back and I think really serves a good ball. He serves a short one, a deep one. They got their 11th point with him back there this time.
Masui Allen, big serve for Masui Allen. That is an excellent serve. They go cross court. Amati, the block is up, off the block, and out. Side out Santa Barbara. Amati is right back. Amati, when you look at him, he looks like a guy who's come out from a factory to play at lunchtime.
And he's played well. He's had trouble passing the last couple of balls. He's been sitting around for about a half an hour, but he'll get back in the flow soon.
Stewart off the block. Hanneman with the save. Pressure back set. Bad set. Rainbows scrambling. Schmidt gets it over. Rogers to Reese. Good save by Presho. Schmidt again gets it over. Bad pass and out.
Oh, did the Bows get lucky here? Here we see Schmidt just hitting the ball over a half-speed shot, just trying to keep it in play. And Mount absolutely frustrated with himself, knowing that might have been the easiest ball that came over all night.
Preston is complaining.
Preston's complaining, but he's got no complaint. Mount looks over him and says, "Sit down, coach. The ball was good. It was not outside the antenna."
Jump serve Hanneman. That's in. An ace for Hanneman. It is aloha ball for the Rainbows here in game number 3. They lead 14-11. Hanneman again with the jump serve. Into the net. Side out. Gauchos.
You know what I like on game ball? About a 3/4 speed jump serve that goes in. The pressure's on the team that's behind, Jim. To try to go for the big one there, I don't think makes sense.
Amati jump serve. That hits the tape. Side out Rainbows. Again, the Aloha ball. The second attempt here in game number 3.
Mason Olive normally serves from deep. This time they've got him serving from short. It's an easy serve.
Rainbows with the advantage. Stewart, pressure, it's blocked. And Santa Barbara fights off the Rainbows again.
Todd Rogers with a great block that time. I'll tell you, they haven't missed a beat with Rogers in there. Zevely taking a break right now. I think his nose is probably very congested from being broken the other night, but Rogers, the freshman, coming in and doing a marvelous job setting this Santa Barbara crew.
Preston up and coaching on every hit now, every serve. 11 serving 14 here in game number 3. Rainbows trying to get the side out.
Oh, an out ball was taken that time by Masui Allen.
That's a block. Rainbows get it across. Advantage. Oh, what a hit. Boy, I thought Masui Allen just double-handed it over, and that ball died in front of Velasco.
I'll tell you, what an unusual play. Santa Barbara's had 2 balls come over the net in the last 4 plays that have absolutely been easy plays. They've just been caught off guard. What happened then? I think Masui Allen put the ball over 1 shot too early. It was on the second hit because he thought somebody had touched it twice, I believe, at the net. That's why he put it over. But Santa Barbara thought that Masui was going to set the ball.
Another Aloha ball attempt. Stewart on the serve. Lopez with the dink. Lopez with the save. Hit by Velasco. Rainbows now with the advantage. Masui Allen off the block. There is Amati in the back row. He goes to Rogers. The touch. Saved by the Rainbows. Saved by Hanneman. Stewart gets it across. Advantage Santa Barbara. Rogers to Lopez off the block. Side out Santa Barbara.
Oh my. Credit Santa Barbara for fighting off a feisty Bow team. Bows are battling very hard, but Hector Lopez with a slop shot inside the block finds the way to the floor, and Masui Allen says, oh, how can we lose the rally on that shot?
So Santa Barbara holding off the Rainbows yet another time here in game number 3.
Lopez so cagey, Jim. He really works the ball around that block.
Todd Rogers serving now for the Gauchos. 11 serving 14. Rainbows looking to get the side back. They do. Pressure. Another attempt at an Aloha ball. 14 for the Rainbows, 11 for Santa Barbara.
Will he jump serve or won't he? That is the question. I think he should serve a 3/4 jump serve here or hit a floater, but not hit a ball so hard that it has a chance of going out or in the net.
Brescio thinking about it, and he will jump serve that line drive. That is out, and the Rainbows waited. It went off of Amati and went the length of the court and out. And the Bows have come back in this match after a dismal first game. A miraculous comeback in game number 2, and they now lead this match 2-1 with a 15-11 win in the long game 3.
And here we have the statistics from just like a brand new Santa Barbara lineup. I think Ken Preston is looking for some fresh blood here. There we see Stace Luget. He's the one that brought Hector Lopez over from Spain. He's a good friend of his, and he's the one that basically recruited Lopez.
So Velasco will serve to start game number 4. Velasco gets the first point. Well, Zevely is back in without the mask, and that is not going to sit well with his fan club. Velasco hits it off the top of the tape.
And Maury looks a little bit tired now, Jim. His legs, I think, aren't quite as fresh as they were a couple of hours ago.
Stewart serving for the Rainbows early in game 4. Velasco, that's off the block and outside out for Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara wants to take it to that 5th game with the rally scoring. Rainbows wanted to stop here at game 4. Rainbows lead 2 games to 1. Remember, early in this match, as Greg Dale, who is starting for the Rainbows here in game number 2, he played briefly in game number 1, gets it down for the side. I remember saying early on that Santa Barbara looked like one of the best teams we had ever seen. And then they just seemed to kind of have carburetor trouble after that. Presho off the block and out. So we are tied at 1.
Beautiful backset this time from Hanneman. Presho alert, hitting from the back row. Mark serving right now. He's not serving his jump serve now. He's just floating and trying to pick on Stace Luget, the new player for Santa Barbara, who's their captain and has been known to sometimes have passing problems. I guess what happened in San Diego in the ASICS tournament, Luget had some problems. That's why he didn't start tonight against the Bows.
Greg Bale. Side out. Rainbows and the Australians will serve for Hawaii from Sydney, Australia. Good serve, Leger bumps it. Hughes gets to the cross. Rainbows will return. Zeverly, that's patty caked at the net. That will be returned. Stewart gets it across. Zeverly back to Velasco. That will be returned. Olive gets it over. The rally continues. Just out. Or in. Let's see. They say in. Boy, Santa Barbara very upset by that call. In fact, you look, and Amati almost attacked the lineman.
That's right. Kenny Preston went over and attacked Amati.
And then Preston came off the bench and, yeah, you're right, attacked Amati. 2-1.
Santa Barbara bench just received a yellow card for their behavior. Oh, that was a...
I thought it was out.
More volatility going on here, Mr. Leahy.
I thought the ball was out, though.
My spot, I thought it was good. That's one of those 50-50 calls, and you know, you got to give the benefit of the doubt to the linesman.
There's a quick dump shot by Zeverly. Side out Santa Barbara.
You know, Zeverly's had a chance to sit down for a game as Rogers took his place. He's had a chance to now play without the goggles. We'll see if he plays better.
Battle at the net. And we'll serve it again. 2-1. Rainbows lead here in game number 4. Zeverly to serve. Good look at Mike Wilton, always very pensive. Zeverly playing without protection for that broken nose. That's into the net. Waited too long. Zeverly was talking to himself, and he pumped it into the net. Side out for the Bows. Masui Allen walks almost out of the gym to serve. And that landed in front of Lopez for an ace. 3-1 Rainbow.
And Masui Allen served a very tough floater here. The bottom just drops out. Here's their best passer, number 1, Hector Lopez. Finally shows a chink in his armor.
Lopez, bad pass. And that's a point for the Bows. 2 hits, in fact, by Lopez coming off his hands. It is 4-1 Rainbows in the early going in game number 4. Rainbows showed up for this game about an hour late. That's off the block and out, and that will be side out for Santa Barbara. What is amazing about this match is that UCSB was so dominant, so proficient, so in control in the first game. I mean, they put on a clinic. They won it 15-3. And then the Rainbows down 12-7, 13-6 in the second game, all of a sudden caught fire, caught the Gauchos, and won it 16-14. And then in a long side-out filled game in game number 3, the Rainbows prevailed again 15-11. They lead here in game 4, 4-1. So what has happened to the Gauchos and what has happened to the Rainbows? It's been amazing to behold.
We're talking volleyball's version of Jekyll and Hyde is what we're talking.
That will be returned by Hanneman. Boy, that was lightning quick. Luger off the block by Stewart. That side out Santa Barbara.
You know, Luger presents new problems for the Bows. He's big, he's 6'5", and he's a left-hander. And the Bows have not had to go up against a left-hander tonight, so it's going to present some blocking and digging problems for the defense.
Hughes, jump serve. Good save by Hanneman. Preschel gets it across. Advantage now. Santa Barbara, bad pass. They have to scramble. Hughes into the net. Side out Rainbow.
Bows going with the lineup they started with tonight. Notice it's without Brad Schmidt, who came in and spark plugged the Bows.
People thought that was a hold on that hit. Not so. The rally continues. Velasco. Side out. Velasco able to hit a bullet. Side out Santa Barbara. Amari Velasco.
He's gone away from his jump serve, serving a straight floater. That's a sign his legs may be getting tired.
Advantage now. Santa Barbara down the middle. Velasco. That's a point.
Forget that I said tired legs, will you? He just erupted again from the floor. From the back row again. Finds the hole in the block, and Allen can't dig it.
Velasco to serve. Stewart to Hanneman to Preschel. Off the block. Good save by Velasco. Now just got a hand on it. And Lopez could not track it. The ball went out of bounds. Hector gets a verbal scolding from the
from the Bozos.
Fans. Yeah, from the Bozos across the way.
I should say Zevely's fan club.
Zevely to Luger. Good dig by Hanneman. Miss hit. And they say, wait. 2 hit.
Net violation on Zevely.
It is 5-2 Rainbows. When you follow the ball and you don't see the net violation, you got to come back and try to figure it all out. Stewart serves. Luger bumps it to Zevely. Back set for Velasco. And that's a net violation on Preschel. That side out for Santa Barbara, no matter what kind of whoompa shot that was.
Jim, we're seeing what is very typical in a long volleyball match like this. It's 2.5 hours old, and netting is going on both sides. Poor passing like Stewart did just then. The legs start to go, and you start to get sloppy. So it's really a matter of which team is going to make fewer mistakes at this point, or what you call the game of attrition sets in.
3 serving 5. Luger fresh in this game, appearing for the first time in game 4. Great bail on that short back set by Hanneman. Side out Rainbow.
And here's Vale with fresh legs. Luger's got fresh legs. Each coach playing cat and mouse with fresh players. Zevely's pretty fresh. He just rested a game. So it'll be interesting to see if Mike Wilton goes to his bench more with a Brad Schmidt, who's resting right now, or possibly with a Larson Villamo, whom I thought played great in game 2, only to be replaced by Preschel. And actually, Preschel's come in and played very well.
Preschel with that floater. Lopez, Zevely, and Velasco side out. That played right into the hands of the Gauchos. Jason Mountain will now serve for Santa Barbara. 3 serving 5. Game 4. Rainbows lead in this match 2-1. Hughes credited with that roof, and it is now 5-4 Rainbows. Jason Mounts. Stewart to Hanneman. Hanneman hits the antenna. And we are tied at 5. Timeout has been called by the Rainbows. Game number 4 tied at 5. 3-1. Masui Allen missed hit. That's a point for Santa Barbara. They now lead 6-5 in game 4.
And Jason Mount continues to serve well. They get points every time he goes back to serve. Bo's having trouble handling his serve.
Hanneman will go to Masui Allen again. That's off the block, but will be returned. Luget, Severly down the middle to Velasco. Miss hit. Very much like Robert De Niro.
He is a character, isn't he? Kenny Preston tells me he's really a funny guy. Loves to surf, by the way. From Puerto Rico, does a lot of surfing, and may jump in the water. In fact, they were in the water the other day. They went to Pipeline their first day here.
What a roof by Masui Allen on Severly. Severly tried that dump shot, that little dink, and Masui Allen just closed him out. What a play by Masui that time. We are tied at 6. Bad hit by Luget. 7-6 Rainbows here in game number 4. Rainbows did not want it to go to that rally scoring. As you see, a miss hit by Luget. Dale continues to serve for the Rainbows. Luget, another miss hit. Hughes saves it. Velasco gets it across. Prescio at the net. Rainbows scrambling. They will go to Masui Allen. Off the block. Good save by Lopez. Velasco, that's Ruth. Masui there again. Masui and Jason Olive up on the block that time. And it is 8-6 Rainbows. Timeout. UCSB, the Rainbows, and Masui Allen have come to the fore at this moment.
Last time out, their top hitter, Amore Velasco, goes up against Masui Allen. Masui goes straight up, squats, goes over there. The ball hits him in the head. He forces his hand into the court and gets the big solo block.
But you see how he went down and recoiled from the floor. Bad pass again by Luget. He's really having problems. Good save there by Prescio. And the Rainbows will get it across foot long by Vale. Side out for the Gauchos. Luget really having trouble with those serves.
Well, he started out with 4 great passes in a row, and he's now had 4 very shaky passes. We'll see if he can even out.
Zevely. They will go to Prescio from the 10-foot line. The dig. Oh, Dale is there. Prescio again, but long. Wait a minute.
Touch on the block.
Somebody touched it. Preston is up. 1 foot on the court.
He's claiming that Prescio was in front of the 10-foot line. He's asking both Randy Shaw and John Zabriskie to make sure that they saw the play. I think Prescio backed up and got behind the 10-foot line, did a standing jump, was very aware that he was a back row player and had to get behind that 10-foot line to spike the ball.
This one is wide.
Here we can see Prescio going up and taking a standing jump from behind the 10-foot line and then leaps forward. It's okay to leap forward and land in front of that line, as long as no part of your foot touches that 10-foot line.
Hector Lopez will serve. 6 serving 8 here in game number 4. It has been quite a match. Lopez, the Spaniard. He'll do it again. Hanneman will go back to Stewart. Little touch. Advantage now, Santa Barbara. Hughes from Everly hit the net, but that confused the Rainbow back row. That's down. That's a point. And it is 8-7. Rainbows here in game number 4.
Not a good set by Albert Hanneman that time. Absolutely trapped Brad Stewart. Here you see Lopez with a soft jump serve. It hits the net, though. Bows get away with one there. Don't have to work for the side out, and they rotate.
So Hanneman will serve now for the Rainbows. They lead by 1 here in game number 4, 8-7. 15-3 Santa Barbara, 16-14 Hawaii, 15-11 Hawaii. And here we are in game 4, 8-7 Rainbows. Albert Hanneman, the transfer back to Hawaii from UCLA. Hanneman serves, gets it in. Lopez, Zeverly, Lugier, that's Roof. 1-on-1, and Brad Stewart went up. Got a hand on it. Excellent block by Stewart. It is 9-7 Rainbow men.
Stewart not known as a great block. He's a good blocker, but not a great one. That one there, to me, was a great block. Brad turning the ball into the court. Again, working on Lugier on the outside.
Velasco, that's off the block, side out for Santa Barbara. Hughes with the jump serve. Brescio back in the middle of the court. Allen gets it over. Lugier goes cross court. Velasco off the block. And that's good. No, it's not.
Ball touched the ground, Jim.
Touched the ground in front of Hanneman. Both officials looked at each other. And Randy Shaw finally said no.
Good call by umpire Randy Shaw. Ball hit the ground. Point Gauchos. Doug Hughes with a very good serve that time caused this scramble with his excellent serve.
8 serving 9. Hughes again serving for Santa Barbara. Great serve. Rainbow's in trouble, and we are now tied at 9, excuse me. Tied at 9.
Well, Hughes has come out of nowhere to spark the Gauchos right now. 2 great jump serves in a row. The freshman from Westchester, Los Angeles, single-handedly bringing the Gauchos back into this game.
Tied at 9 in game 4. Rainbows win it. They win the match. Gauchos win it. We go to rally scoring in game 5. Jason Olive serving. Zeverly will set up Lugier, that left-hander. Santa Barbara with the advantage. Lugier again off the block. Zeverly, Velasco, Lugier. Great save. They battle at the net and will do it again.
Boy, the Bows persistent at the net, continuing to get a hand on Lugier's swings. Stace took some good swings at the ball that time.
Preston asking about how many timeouts he has left in this match. 9-9 in game 4. Preston sees an opportunity here, an open opportunity. If he can win this game, anything can happen in rally scoring. Lugier, Zeverly, Velasco off the block. Another save by Hanneman. Brescio setting Olive off the block. No, let's see. It went off the block. That's a point. You saw it change trajectory.
Definitely a touch on the block. We'll see right there. There's the touch in the fingers right there on Jason Mount with the disadvantages of being 6'10". Kenny Preston doing a little jockeying for time now, a little lobbying with the referees.
Rainbows lead 10-9. Jason Olive, another serve. Lugier bumps it to Zeverly. And Velasco appears again. So Amari Velasco will serve. Jump serve by Velasco. That touched the tape. Side out Rainbows. They lead 10-9 in game 4.
The Bows have a penchant for long matches, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yes. Oh, what a serve by Brad Stewart. Down the line and just over the tape. And down in front of Lugier. 11-9. Rainbows lead by 2. Velasco.
He continues to be their terminator. He continues to be the momentum stopper. He is one special player. Only a freshman, Amari Velasco. 34 kills.
Lugier serving. Stewart bumps it to Hanneman. Goes to Brescio. And he gets it by Velasco. Pounds pounds the floor in frustration. And then calmly asked, "Excuse me, could you wipe up the perspiration, please?"
Prescio actually misses that hit. That's what threw Velasco off, is that Prescio sort of whiffed that ball. It floated over, and Velasco couldn't quite adjust to it.
Rainbows see their opportunity right here, right now. They lead 11-9. They lead by 2. They can get some points here. They would be in a position to win it. Another high drama game here in this match. Very special moments here. Velasco off the block. Rainbows will return it. Down the middle, Stewart. Point for the Rainbows. It is 12-9.
Well, Brad Stewart, after going 0 for 4 on other swings for points in transition, finally comes up with a big one right here out of the back row. Keeps the ball in play. Bows go to 12-9. He redeems himself.
Prescio again serve. Luger, bad pass. But Mount able to correct the bad pass. And at 6-10, he gets it down for the side out.
Ooh.
9 serving 12. Jason Mount will serve for Santa Barbara. I then corrected into the game. Comes Craig Bucola from Irvine, California. And he comes in for Jason Mount.
Credit Zevely for a great save last time, too, on that Luger pass. Zevely was the one who set it up for Mount. I thought the ball was going over the net, but Zevely intercepted it.
Bucola serving. Sui Allen, Hanneman, quick to Bale. Bale hit the tape, hit part of the net, but hit the floor.
Again, the longer the match goes, the more floor wipe-ups the players are going to ask for. It gives them a chance to catch their breath. Also, obviously, it makes the floor safe without wet spots, but the players in a long match love to have a chance to gather themselves like this, especially that guy right there.
12 serving 9. Craig Bale, the Australian. Leger, Zeverly, Velasco. Rainbows will return it. Masui Allen off the block. Velasco touches it to Zeverly. Back to Velasco from the 10-foot line. It is long, but let's say off the block, and it will go side out to the Gauchos. First sign it was long. Second sign it went off the block.
It looked like there was no touch on that block unless Masui Allen got a piece of it, but very slight touch, if any. Gauchos that time with the break. You know, those breaks tend to even out over the course of a night. Gauchos haven't had many so far.
Chevrolet jump serve. Hanneman quickly to Olive, and that's in. Side out Rainbows. Rainbows playing very solid volleyball right now. They're digging almost every spike by Santa Barbara. They have really turned this match around. They lead 12-9. They want to win it here in game 4. Masui Allen serving. Lopez bumping it to Zeverly. Velasco again. They will go to him consistently now. And these high drama moments.
There he's mocking Albert Hanneman, because Hanneman had nowhere to go in that block. Velasco flat out went over him.
Jump serve by Lopez. Hanneman to Olive. That goes off of Bucola and out. Side out Rainbows.
You know, Jim, this match is far from over. Even though the Bows have things in hand right now, it's far
Yellow
from
card
over.
for Bucola. Yellow card for Bucola for kicking the ball.
Second yellow card for Santa Barbara. The bench has gotten one. Bucola's gotten one.
Hanneman serving. Leger. Zeverly. Nobody there. That's a point.
Leger forgot he was front row that time. He thought he was a back row player. And he forgot to go spike the ball.
13-9. Hawaii. Amati goes into the game for Leger. Timeout call by Santa Barbara. Rainbows poised for victory here. They lead it 13-9 in game 4.
Jason Olive got mixed up on his blocking assignment. nobody up at all that time for the Bows. That's crucial. They had Santa Barbara reeling and had a chance to put them away, and then just forgot their blocking assignments.
9 serving 13. Hughes with a fine jump serve. This is long. Side out Rainbows. They need 2 to win it. And Jason Olive will serve for the Rainbows. Goes with Stewart, Presho, and Bale in the front row. Olive started to go up. We'll do it one more time. Just over the net. Excellent serve. Amati, however, gets it down. Amati has returned.
You know, he's had a great night so far. He's hitting .324, 16 kills, but he's been in and out. He's now fresh again. He could play a big factor going down the stretch here.
Velasco now serving for UCSB. Bale, bad pass. Rainbows at the net. And that's side out for the Rainbows as Mount went over the top.
Jason Mount interfered with the ball. The ball was completely on the Bows side of the net. It's got to break the plane in order to be playable by Santa Barbara.
Amati Zevoli back sets. Velasco, that's blocked and out. Just out. That's side out for Santa Barbara.
And Velasco continues to put on a show. 38 kills in 4 games. That's over 9 a game. He's averaging 6 a game for the year. That's 6 in the country.
Tough at the net. That time it was Mount glaring as he pumped that down. That's a point for Santa Barbara. Now the Rainbows have got to lift their game here. Santa Barbara starting to gain momentum. You can feel it. This crowd can feel it. Amati back in the game. He hits the serve. Stewart to Hanneman. And a great block by Mount that time on Masui Allen. It is 13-11. And Wilton, the Hawaii coach, gets up and quickly calls the timeout. And we are not done by any means. Game 4 continued. Game number 4. Hanneman will go to Masui Allen. Little touch. And in. No, pancake. No, they stay in. They stay in. And Lopez is beside himself. Look out. Here comes a red card. He's gone. Hector Lopez thought he had the pancake. And he lost it. He snapped. He's gone.
I believe it's a side out for the Bows on the play. And we'll listen to Zabriskie. There's a side out for the Bows on the play. The red card, I believe, is going to be a point. I think the Bows will get their 14th point. They do.
So Lopez stays, but the Rainbows get a point. I thought he was gone.
I believe that's only in the Olympics. I'm not sure that happens in the college.
But a red card is so rare. You very rarely see it. For the match. Bad pass at the net. Rainbows with the advantage here. They will go to Masui Allen. Off the block. And the Rainbows win it. Rainbows win it in 4, 15-3, 16-14, 15-11, 15-11. Santa Barbara and Hawaii in a very high emotion match. You see Preston, the coach of Santa Barbara. Coach Preston going after his 300th win. Not tonight. Rainbows come from behind in this match to win it in 4. Amari Velasco from UCSB. Velasco put on a tremendous match tonight from the beginning to the end. He had a total of 38 kills. And for the University of Hawaii, another young player, Masui Allen, played a magnificent game tonight for the Rainbows in a victory. GTE Hawaiian Tel is pleased to make a contribution to the General Scholarship Fund of the University of Hawaii. GTE Hawaiian Tel beyond the call. Well, coming up next on Channel 13, it's the Arsenio Hall Show, and don't miss our next sporting event this Thursday evening at 7:30 live from the Blaisdell Arena as the Rainbow basketball team continues WAC play against the Rams of Colorado State. So until next time.